Welcome to the Red and Gold Report, where on this episode, we're going to be examining the Chiefs' fantastic win against the 49ers. Yes, I've been away for 2 weeks hunting, so sorry for the hiatus, but I am back and excited to talk about how the Chiefs put up 44 points on the league's best defense. A lot went right for the Chiefs on offense. They did end the game with 529 yards, but how? Who were the key players in this great offensive effort for our red and gold? Well, Mahomes had another, normal Mahomesy day at the office with 423 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. But I really think that the big key of the game that no one paid attention to was just how quickly Mahomes was getting rid of the ball. The 49ers are one of the league's best pass rushing teams. I think Joey Bosa might be the league's best pass rusher. And with the Chiefs offensive line, with the Chiefs specifically offensive tackles having struggled at times through the season, well, it could have been a difficult game. But here's the thing. Mahomes answered by simply not holding on to the ball too long. And I think it was his ability to quickly read the defense, get the ball out of his hand that just made all the difference in the game and really eliminated the 49ers' greatest strength coming off the edge. Wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling also had a great day. He had the 40-yard catch down the field during the last drive of the second quarter. He had a 57-yard catch in the fourth quarter that really was the beginning of the end of the game and ended with, get this, 111 yards on just 3 catches. Yes, that is an unbelievable 37-yard average. Wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster also had an amazing game. He had a nice back shoulder catch while being draped by a defender. He would have had a touchdown catch in the first half had it not been negated by a penalty, which was kind of a problem that popped up a few times during the game. He had another contested catch in the third quarter and a 45-yard reception in the fourth quarter, most coming as yards after the catch. He ended the day catching all 7 of his targets. Yes, all 7 of his targets. 7 catches, 124 yards, providing Mahomes with a perfect passer rating when throwing in his direction. Isaiah Pacheco got his first long-awaited start at running back, responded great. 5.4 yard average per carry. Why in the world he only got 8 carries? I don't know, but he did look great when he got the ball. And of course, he had that fantastic return to start the third quarter. He ended with 21 of his 43 rushing yards coming after contact, which is just fantastic. Travis Kelce hauled in 98 yards on 6 catches. I thought it was funny how they were trying to get him one last catch at the game so he could go over 100 yards, but didn't quite get there. And his best pass was his best play was a touchdown catch that actually got called back on a penalty in the first quarter as he was hit by 2 defenders. Just an incredible catch. I know it didn't count, but it wasn't his fault there was a penalty. An incredible play for him. The offensive line played well as a unit, allowing just 1 sack, 2 hits, 9 hurries. Yes, it really did help that Mahomes was just getting rid of the ball so quickly, but hats off to the offensive line. I particularly like how Creed Humphrey was moving out in space. Running back Jerick McKinnon did not get a lot of touches, but man, he did a lot with a little. He took a third quarter screen pass, 34 yards, also had 12 yards on just 2 carries in the run game. Wide receiver Mecole Hardman had an amazing day. Very interesting for him. He had 3 different touchdowns on a variety of runs, end arounds, and a catch out of the backfield. So 3 times he scored coming out of the backfield, which I thought was really interesting. A lot of times people mistakenly think of him as a downfield catcher because of his speed, but he's actually way better when the Chiefs use him at or behind the line of scrimmage, which they did on Sunday. So, well, yeah, how do you score 44 on the league's best defense? A bunch of guys having a great day, which a lot of the offense did. And hey, real quick, before we chat about the defense, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Red and Gold Report channel for all the best Chiefs insights on the interweb. So, who played well on defense? I really liked the day one Thornhill had. He had a nice pass breakup deep downfield in the second quarter that would have changed the game had it been caught by the 49ers. He had an interception. Yes, it was in junk time in the fourth quarter, but it was an interception nonetheless. And he finished the game with 2 passes defended and led the team in tackles with 11. Rookie corner Joshua Williams had a mostly good day. Yes, he allowed the first touchdown reception for the 49ers, but he had a good pass breakup to force a fourth down on the 49ers' first drive. That was pretty sweet. And he had an interception at the end of the second quarter that redeemed that muffed punt that we all cringed at. Linebacker Nick Bolton, of course, played well. He had a tackle for loss, a deflected pass, quarterback hit. Chris Jones had a great day, of course. He had 2 sacks, 2 hurries, and a tackle for loss while playing both end and tackle. I think that's something interesting that not a lot of people are talking about. He's bouncing back and forth a bit between end and tackle. Defensive end Carlos Dunlap didn't have a sack, but he did have a good overall game. He had a batted pass, multiple pressures coming off particularly left end, and a quarterback hit and a tackle for loss. So a good game for him. Very effective game for him, although a little quiet if you were just looking for the sacks. And while I almost always point out Frank Clark's struggles, he actually did have a sack and a half. Yes, 1 sack was just a weird play where Jimmy Garoppolo stepped up in the pocket for absolutely no reason, causing this weird offensive, 2 offensive linemen to collide, and Frank Clark got an easy sack. But Clark's other sack, his safety, was a legitimately nice play against Trent Williams, the best offensive tackle in the NFL, but who struggled on defense. Well, overall, I actually thought the defense played well. But here's a few things to point out. The coaches failed, I thought, to fully take advantage of the 49ers' injured right tackle, who was not playing well. Instead of putting Carl Loftus, the team's most athletically gifted defensive end, over at left end to tee off against a struggling right tackle, they stuck with Dunlap and Clark, who both of them had good days, but it was still a missed opportunity to exploit. Like, why not put Carl Loftus over there every play and just see what happened? Also, the Chiefs defense didn't ever really figure out stopping the run, though obviously that didn't seem to matter at all. So maybe Andy Reid is right. Sometimes it just doesn't matter if you can stop the run if the other team can't pass. And I got to admit it, I know that this isn't a popular take, but and I don't I don't care how much hate I get for it. Justin Reid is struggling. The Chiefs' prized offseason free agent safety missed multiple tackles on the day and was a complete non-factor in the passing game. Going into this game, Justin Reid had allowed a shocking, terrible passer rating this season of 127.5 while having 0 interceptions on the season and a PFF coverage grade of just 62.1. And, well, he did not do anything during this game to improve those paltry numbers. So he's a concern going forward. I know, maybe not a super popular take because we gave him so much money, but watch the game film, okay? Moving over to offense, who didn't play well? Well, just about everybody played great. I mean, that's how you score 44 on the league's best defense, right? But I do have to admit that right tackle Andrew Wiley was penalized twice and gave up the only sack of the game. On special teams, of course, Pacheco had that long return. That was sweet, but Butker missed a field goal. And Sky Moore, I know everybody's talking about it, Sky Moore muffed another punt that became a turnover, and had it been a close game, man, we'd be talking about it even more. Here's the thing. It would be easy to blame Sky Moore, but, and I know he dropped the ball, it's his fault, but man, the guy is a young, exciting wide receiver. I like him, and I kind of blame the special teams coaches. According to sportsreference.com, Sky Moore only had 1 punt return in college, and it's been apparent all season as he's returning punts that while I'm really excited about him as a receiver, while he's great with the ball in his hands, he is not judging punted balls well while they're in the air. He just doesn't have the experience needed to judge where the balls are coming down, and it's creating muffs and near muffs. And the coaching staff should not be putting him out there when he's clearly not quite ready for that role. I'm not saying I don't like Sky Moore. I'm really excited about him, his potential as a wide receiver. I'm just saying he's not quite ready to be returning those punts, and I'd love to see him get more experience in practice before he's just thrown out there and keeps muffing these. But all in all, man, Sunday was a great day for the Chiefs, right? I mean, particularly a fantastic second half for the Chiefs. The defense played well. The offense scorched the 49ers, league leading defense, particularly in the second half. But what do you think? Who do you think was the player of the game for the Chiefs? Who do you think was the key to the offensive surge against such a good defense? And what stuck out to you in this game? Leave me all your comments in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the Red and Gold Report. Thanks for watching, and go Chiefs!